Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. No, I haven't heard from me for a little while. I've had kind of some family stuff that's come up. Need to be with family for a while, which maybe I'll talk to you guys more about that later when I'm ready. But yeah, I wanted to get on here. And a lot of it, honestly, there's a lot of like coping with that I think can be worked out through talking to you guys on here. Like there's some stress reducing qualities, I guess, with shooting these videos as well. But hadn't been a while since you guys have heard, like a story from me, like another installment of like the story time, as we'll call it. I know there's a couple on here on this channel already. Which, speaking of my channel, before we get into that, definitely please hit the subscribe button down below so you can see any future videos. Get the notifications on that when we have new coffee, music, and Jesus videos. So, in 2020, when COVID hit, as with a lot of people, I kind of started to develop new hobbies. One of them, a big hobby of mine that I got developed in that time frame, which was something I dabbled on a little bit before, as well as like watching the what's called scambaiters, like people that we'll call scammers, and like mess with them, not really kind of like, prank calls in a lot of ways and stuff, and also like wasting their time so they can't call the people that are more vulnerable. And I mean, I learned a lot about how that whole scam system and stuff works as well. By the way, keep watching to the end of the video because this does tie into the theme for the channel. And it's a very inspiring story. I feel there's a lesson to learn here. So yep. So I got into the habit after watching those videos and stuff. I kind of started. I worked up the courage a little bit to, kind of talk to a couple of scammers myself. Which I will admit I did have some fun with that. I had one actually tell me that I was a scammer, which was very entertaining. He told me I was a scammer and actually hung up on me. I wasn't really rude to them or anything. I just kind of wasted their time, and I called them out a couple of times on what they were doing. We know what they're doing is wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong. Those third world countries have a lot of issues with money. The job situation is a lot different over there. So anyway, I had a scammer that called me. It was this woman that had called me. Don't remember what it was exactly that she said was wrong with me. Was wrong, probably some kind of I think it was like a virus pop up or something. She called to say like there's an issue with my computer, which I knew there wasn't. I work in IT, so I probably knew as much as she did about what she was talking about. But I was nice to her. I kind of got a feel for what she was talking about and stuff. And then when she paused, I started. I asked if I could be honest with her and everything, and I just started talking from the heart. How it's like I told her, or I asked her if she was happy with what she was doing, because we knew, I knew she was what she was doing was wrong, and she was trying to scam people, and I knew that she knew it as well. And I told her that I prayed that she could find the peace that she needed in God, and find a way to get out of that. And I seriously meant that, and when I said that I prayed for her that she would find a way out of it, I did, because honestly, like that peace that they need, they're only going to get from God. Like the best way for them to get out of those situations. And I do think that there is some ministry that can be done there, but that's a difficult situation. I haven't quite worked out how to do that yet, but I do think there's definitely ministry opportunity there, because there's a big need for the gospel, for like funds and like different opportunities and stuff to be given, that the church probably needs to step up there. But anyway, definitely. So I knew that I got through to her because there was like a good 30-second pause where she didn't say anything. And then she basically kind of said, oh, okay. So like stammered and then hung up. Did not hear from her again. Obviously, like I didn't call back or anything. But I definitely knew that I got through to her. I could tell, like I could feel it, that like I tugged on something in in her heart there. I think, for us, like this ties into, like the Great Commission that we were given. Like, we need to, doesn't matter who they are, what situation they're in. Like, that's kind of the point. Like the hurt, the brokenhearted, the one out of the 99, we need to reach out to tell them our story, tell them, what Jesus has done for us. That's kind of, why I did that. Like, clearly she was hurting. Clearly she needed to hear that. And I think there's a reason that she came and got it on the phone with me when she did, to hear like what I had to tell her and at least get her thinking. But the Great Commission, so we know what I'm talking about here, it's Matthew 28 verses 16 through 20, which is, so this a lot of this is going to be Jesus actually talking. It says, then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, and here's the part that would be in red, because it's Jesus talking, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. So this, in that section in the Bible, is actually titled the Great Commission. So that's basically saying, like, we need to go out, tell the world. So yeah, hopefully that can be inspiring for you, and open your eyes maybe to an opportunity you didn't realize before, or, encourage you to maybe go out and tell somebody something that, that might need to hear, have that, that push, that kick. Sometimes you got to hear somebody else's story to be encouraged yourself. So, take that. Let's go out and tell the world and be difference makers. Tell people what they need to hear. Tell them about Jesus. I got some other videos planned and stuff here for guys. I'm going to record and get them out as soon as I can here. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching Coffee, Music, and Jesus. I will talk to you soon.